Hey Kids Life! This week we are going to continue our study on the book of Philippians, written by our friend Paul. He has taught us the importance of joy and that we can choose joy in all of life's circumstances because we know that God is joy and that is where our joy comes from. This week though, we're going to be talking about a pretty famous passage. You might have heard it. It goes something like this. For me to live is Christ, to die is gain. Philippians 1:21. Okay, so that sounded a little funky. At least I thought it did when I read it. So let's break it apart together. Paul says to live is Christ. To live is Christ. That means when Paul's walking around on earth, he has breath in his lungs, he is doing what Jesus has called him to do, which is following his commandments, which is loving his neighbor, is living for Christ because he is putting others before himself. And then the second part, to die is to gain. Now that statement is a bold statement. It's a confident statement. And do you know why Paul is so confident as to why he says to die is gain? Well, it's because Paul loves Jesus. He's put his faith and trust in him, and he knows that when he dies, he will be with God forever. So that is a win-win situation. To live for Christ, and then you get to die and be with him forever. That is winning the race. Now these win-win situations aren't very common. If you're like me, I love to win. I love to know that I beat someone, that I was better than them in some way. But maybe, just maybe, that's not what Jesus wants me to do. Maybe, just maybe, I need to find more ways for a win-win situation. See, I love to win races. I love to cross that finish line before my opponent and beat them. I love to be the winner. But living for Christ means being a good sport and doing my best no matter what the outcome is, whether I win or whether I lose. That is a win-win situation. I love being tall. I always loved stealing cookies from the cookie jar when my mom wasn't looking because I could reach them and my siblings couldn't. And I always knew that I could be the first one across the monkey bars because I could reach them, and my friends, they might have struggled a little bit. But living for Christ means helping others to do amazing things that God has allowed me to do. It means teaching them and caring for them, even if it means not always being the best. That is a win-win situation. So God calls his children, you, me, your mom, your dad, Pastor Trent, Miss Pam, to be winners. To be a winner doesn't always mean you're first. It doesn't mean you always have to be number one. But being a winner for Christ means that you know where your place is in heaven. It means that when you die, you know you are gaining so much more because you are with Jesus forever. So come on, let's live for Christ this week because that is a win-win situation. Because to live is Christ, to die is gain.